Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to WWE 2K16. Now, we've entered the World Heavyweight Championship rankings. We're still number 10, but we went through 2/3 of the Shield, beating Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. And that just leaves one more member of the Shield to go in the World Heavyweight Champ. Now, we got a match against Darren Young on Raw, but from my experience, fighting a member of the Primetime Players means you're about to get jumped in the backstage. Now, I could be wrong, and he's not in the World Heavyweight Championship rankings at all, which is no surprise because it's Darren Young. But the Authority wants us, just in case, to perform 2 finishers during the match. So I think we can pull that off. Let's see what happens here. We've got Roman against Dean, Bo against Neville. Let's see here. Oh, we're getting attacked. So let's see who our rival is. Who is going to pick a fight with the Superstar Prince? I didn't look at the World Heavyweight Championship rankings too closely, so I know a few people are on there, but so help me if it's Sheamus. Ugh, hell's bells. I will be a sad panda in the event that happens. I haven't seen Darren Young on TV in a long time. I'm sure he's probably working like that and whatnot, but I figured they probably would have plugged him in after the thing with Titus, and we're in Kansas City, Missouri. Current home of Harley Race. I think he's always been in Kansas City, though. Oh, it's the big guy. Well. Nice face crusher, ruining Marcus's awesome entrance. That's as. Here's a face buster for you too, good sir. And we will continue this on. How dare you? Out of all the people that could have come in and started a rivalry with me, I love the fact that I'm fighting in my jacket. Out of all the people starting fights with me, it could have been a former world champion to solidify my claim on Rollins' title, but no. No. You had to come in and make a name for yourself against the former IC champ. You just had to be that guy. So let's hit you with the neck breaker. And that's what you get there, Skip Sheffield. You know, no one wants anyone to remember that, but Ryback's name when he came into the WWE was originally Skip Sheffield when he was a member of the Nexus. And that got us positive faction with Luke Harper. Okay.
Please welcome my guest tonight.
Oi.
Let's talk about Ryback.
Yeah, sure.
He attacked you tonight during your match. Do you have any words for him?
Yeah, what is it with these 9-to-5 ham and eggers trying to take me on? I want people with actual titles around their waists.
The only way he's gonna get on TV is by showing up during my matches.
Now, this is the normal reply that we've given during our interview segments. Trying to pump up the egotistical and disrespectful qualities because I don't want to be known as an aggressive heel anymore. I wanted to be the egotistical heel.
You two have been clashing a lot lately. Is this turning into a rivalry for you?
And we might as well go ahead and get into a rivalry with Ryback because that's going to move us up the rankings, I think.
If you really look at it, this is a rivalry between the 2 brightest superstars in the WWE today. But I have news for
Well, we took one step forward and one step
I
back.
don't care what happens tonight.
But I'm going to go ahead and jump into the rivalry with him because the heel options are to brush him off, but I don't want to keep on brushing off rivalries. I want to get into rivalries because that's where the meat and potatoes of the game lies.
Back to you.
So we'll need to see where Ryback is on the rankings because that'll kind of give us an idea as to how we're going to move up, I think. I do want to assault him the next time I see him in a match, though. Little tit for tat there. So, let's see. Well, that was a very uneventful Raw. Well, it was eventful, but not the kind of way that Marcus would like. Let's see what's going on here on SmackDown. Is it a match against Ryback? Indeed. Where are you on the rankings there, big guy? You are number 7, so you are going to be a stepping stone, if anything. What does the Authority want me to do with him? Reverse... Ah, we have to reverse the shell shock. Are we high up on our Authority? We are maxed out on our Authority ranking. So we'll see what happens here. I think beating Ryback down will be sufficient payback, a recito, as they call it, for him attacking me during my entrance, because he tried and it ended horribly for him. I don't think I'm actually going to assault him during his entrance or anything, because I didn't come out on the bad side of it. Had I did, oh, it would have been on. And fortunately, Lana has been a big help to me during all of this. She has definitely earned her manager's pay. I have been considering, however, he's so expensive. Like, Paul Heyman as your manager is probably the most expensive thing in the game, I would feel. And I thought about that, but at the same time, I'm like, well, why would Marcus need Heyman? Because Marcus considers himself a talker already. Having two people be talkers, that's cool in some respects, like in terms of Mr. Perfect and Bobby Heenan, or Heenan and Nick Bockwinkel, because both of them could talk. But I don't think Marcus would need it. I think Marcus would like to have the cunning eye candy. So we'll probably stick with Lana. Can we try the Ric Flair knee there? Because Ryback only has 3 reversals. This should be a walk in the park for Marcus, I'm thinking.
Barely any damage has been inflicted so far, but this one's not over yet.
Ryback is one of those guys that, and I think I've talked about this in previous episodes, but it bears repeating. He has such potential, because he has more personality and a definite bigger moveset than your average big guy that we have seen in WWE. I just really wish they could have used him better and put him against the right people. Because Ryback, when he showed up as a face, that was the bad call. He should be a heel 9 times out of 10, I feel. And he needs to work with smaller wrestlers. And I've never really liked the matches with the giant versus giant kind of aspect to it, because a lot of those guys don't know how to work with people their own weight class. Ryback is one of those guys that if he were a heel and he wasn't working against Hulk Hogan or the Ultimate Warrior, had he been around in the 80s, he'd be fighting like the Bret Harts and the smaller guys. He'd be the kind of people just pressing Shawn Michaels over his head. Now, he'd always win against the lighter guys, because that was kind of the rule of thumb in the 80s and early 90s WWE, but he would still put those guys over by having them have a chance of beating the big guy down. Just a good old forearm to the side of the head. And we are not giving Ryback a lot of chance to get his momentum up. Now, if Ryback grabs a foreign object, I would be very concerned. Excellent. At least those reversals get him some much-needed momentum. Every little bit helps, right? Nice move. You see what I mean? That's stuff that you don't see big guys do. And he does that splash from the top rope. That always impresses me when he pulls that off. Let's try for the bow down. And we won't roll into the pin. We'll go ahead and pose. And I would try for the shell shock, but it doesn't look like that's something Marcus would actually be able to do. So we won't go for that. Nice cross body block. All right, here comes the comeback. That's good. Let's go ahead and let him have his comeback, because that'll give him that should give him a finisher if he follows through. Okay, he has a signature. He's going for the meat hook. This is gonna hurt. Brace your jaw there, Prince.
should have to register his arms with the states he goes to as lethal weapons.
And it's reverse your opponent's finisher? Okay. Good Russian leg sweep. And now we should be in good shape. Come on, Ryback. Get up. Put the boots to him. And pop him open. I think that's one of the reasons that Vince really doesn't like this current era of wrestling. Because if Ryback had walked in, I would see this guy with his personality and everything, especially in the 80s. And the kind of promos he could cut, considering like the Hogan Ultimate Warrior promos. I think Vince would have been completely and utterly... Oh, here we go. Here's our opportunity. Can we do it? Yes, we can. No reversal for you. Reversal for you, though, but it's okay. We got the big obstacle dealt with. And I don't think that's going to work out for you there, Skip. But to tell you the truth, considering his promos and his work rate, I would cheer for Ryback a lot more than I cheer for Hulk Hogan. Back in the day, let me tell you. So, Heart Punch, DDT, call it a day. Because his head's already bloodied. And that's what happens when you start a rivalry with a prince. Huzzah. Now, I don't know if I've actually said that on the series or not. I'm actually not a big Hulk Hogan fan. And that's not because of the issues, you know, with Gawker or the racial stuff. That certainly doesn't help. But I was just never a big fan of Hulk Hogan when I would watch all those tapes the pay-per-view tapes. I just was not a fan of him or his matches. I was more of a fan of Sid during their match at WrestleMania 8. I liked Sergeant Slaughter, and that's really strange. Sympathizer, but I liked Sergeant Slaughter because of G.I. Joe. And it was just, I was more of an Ultimate Warrior fan. I thought Ultimate Warrior was a cooler character. Now, when you find out later about the kind of person Warrior was, that's always disconcerting to me and discouraging to me when you find out about the real personalities of some of the people that you looked up to when you were a kid. But it's one of those things. Just kind of have to live with it and appreciate them for the impact that they had. I think, for example, my friend Drake, he is more of a, I don't know if he's more of a Hogan. He doesn't like either. But I don't remember if he liked the Warrior better than Hogan or if it's the other way. I was a Randy Savage guy. I thought Macho Man was amazing. And the thing about it is, everything the interesting part about that is everything that you hear about Macho Man behind the scenes. Oh, Lord. Everything you hear about Macho Man behind the scenes was pretty much the same as his character, so it wasn't that surprising. Win a match without reaching level 2 stamina. That ain't going to happen during a triple threat, guys. I apologize for that. But it's interesting to throw Dean into this. And The Rock versus Fandango. The burial continues. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and get this going. And since this is a no DQ, I'm just going to grab a chair, and I would figure Marcus is not in a good mood. He's in a feud with Ryback of all people. He's already beat 2 out of the members of the Shield. He hasn't gone up in the rankings at all. As far as he's concerned, he should be having a match with Seth Rollins for the world title right now, because he's pinned the champion. So due to his anger with management, he is probably going to go grab a foreign object and beat these guys bloody. Like so. And a sledgehammer too, which is kind of appropriate. It's kind of a little message to Trips. Well, provided I can actually hit someone. There we go. Now, unfortunately, I cannot do the I remember you could do really cool grapples with the foreign objects back in the day, and I don't think we can do it here in this case. I can only slam down. And pop him. Yeah, it's definitely hammer time. Ow. Nope. And see, I'm already on my last stamina bar. Swinging that sledgehammer is tough work. And Ryback looked like he was going for the shell shock, but he hit the rack attack instead. Alright, I'm done with the hammer. Let's go ahead and grab something else. I could probably send... Whoop! No, he'll kick out. Yeah. It's Dean Ambrose. He's not going to let something like that happen when he's just on his yellow bar. Let's walk over here on the other side of this horrendous HD screen. I don't know why they spent so much money on that. I never notice it. I don't know anyone who notices it. Oh, nice shout out to Sting here with the bat. We'll keep this in the ring. I actually might send one of these guys through the barrier. Go ahead and get our momentum up. And can we... Yeah, there we go. There's a nice European uppercut. I thought that was actually a traditional uppercut. That's actually a European. That's awesome. Batter up. A little shout out to my WrestleMania opponent Sting. And let's go with... Bow down. Oh, no. Bad Ryback. My ego almost cost me there. Here, you know what? Since you are rocking out the most health there, big guy. Dean. I am busy here, Dean. You need to let... Yeah, there's a jawbreaker for you. Dean. Look what you did, Dean. Double team? Yeah, sure, why not? And I have a DDT on tap here, but I kind of want to show Marcus's mean streak. And what are you doing there? Hooking the leg? Oh, I thought I was going for a Dragon Sleeper. Unfortunately, I seem to be punch-proof during that animation. Okay, Dean. Well, you know what? I guess you'll do. Or maybe Ryback will do. Now, I don't think we can't be counted out here. Now they're both going to try and get their licks in on Marcus. They have had enough of the heelish shenanigans. Owie. There you go. Turn on each other. And this is definitely a no count out. Okay. Ryback. Need you over here, bud. And this is not where I'm wanting you. Alright, fine, Dean. Oh. Where's the Ermigerd moment? Can we not... I guess we can't do that during a triple threat match. It has to be a one-on-one. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm about to take a big power bomb. Owie. 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 Well, that happened. Marcus is not particularly happy about it. There's a DDT for the big guy. But the pin has to happen in the ring, so... This is why the Prince is the smartest man in wrestling. He took the crown from the Genius and all the others. He's the new Cerebral Assassin. And Dean's too crazy. He's getting there glitched on the stairs. And I should have enough for a finisher, a DDT, or a signature, a DDT. Nice gorilla press slam. Speaking of Ultimate Warrior. What are you up to, ref? Just enjoying the show? Look at these glitchy guys. Let's go ahead and help them out some. Oh, never mind. Dean's got his signature good to go. That's the thing, they'll completely forget about Marcus, and that's when the Prince strikes. That's when he knows that he has him in the bag. And this is a heck of a match. Are we on Raw or SmackDown? Okay, we are on SmackDown, I think. We had the match against Darren. We had Darren Young, and then no, we're on. I think we're on Raw. Actually, I don't know. We're on one of the two shows. And this right here is why I don't want to go for the tag team titles, because I'm kind of at the mercy of the computer, my partner and the opponents at that time, and it's not anything I can control, and that can lead to kind of boring content. There we go, Dean. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Now, here's a DDT for Ryback. And, oh, Dean's going to go right for the pin. Yep. No, sir. That ain't nice. And, oh, crap. This got hit with Dirty Deeds. The original Dirty Deeds. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw Ryback there into the turnbuckle. Count it, ref. Oh, look at the big guy get all mad and fussy. No, that's what happens when you don't pay attention to the superior athlete in the ring. There was no way I was going to be able to do that match without all of my stamina. Alright, good stuff. Dean's not happy. I would like to have a rivalry with Dean Ambrose, honestly. I think that would be fun. And I didn't pin Ryback, but Ryback had to sit there and watch as I pinned the opponent, and there was nothing he could do. At times, I think that's maybe a little bit more insulting. And that's kind of what the Prince is going for right now. And another win against Dean Ambrose doesn't hurt the Prince at all. Quite the opposite, in fact. Okay, we're on Raw. So skip through all this and let's see what's going on SmackDown. Oh, SummerSlam's on Sunday. Hell's bells. Oh, that is not good. And perform 3 aerial moves off of the turnbuckle. So I may have to... I don't know if they count that... I don't know if they count the Brett's rope moves as turnbuckles or not. But we've got a match against 2/3 of the Shield. The people that we initially beat when we came to this division in Roman and Dean. And it's probably going to be a bad night for the Prince, but we will see, guys, in the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.